Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you are here attending this webinar, that means that you are developing or that you wish to develop an innovative technology that needs funding. You are an innovator and you would like your company to grow. The good news is that it's possible, not only with private funding, but also in a non-dilutive way at the European and at the intergovernmental level. My name is Lia Amoyal. I am a strategist in Argentum Consultants, and I specialized in the applications for digital technologies. The European Union will invest around 13.5 billion euros in research and innovation for the programs 2023-2024. There are multiple sources of funding available for SMEs, universities, research centers, and also large industries. Our objective is to map the technology trends that are pushed by the European Commission and what would be the relevant frameworks for your funding strategies. We will focus on the biggest programs, Horizon Europe, EIC Accelerator, EIC Pathfinders, and the European Space Agency. First of all, let's try to define what are the digital technologies and what are the emerging technologies. Let me present you an overview of the different technologies from the most democratized, maybe the cloud, which we can find in most of the companies. And well, it goes through big data, edge computing, and the less democratized maybe quantum computing and 4D printing. This picture is not static, and the position of the technology evolves with its own researches. Of course, some technologies are stagnant, but some are being explored or rediscovered. So it's just an overview of what kind of technologies are in the ecosystem. This slide will present the main technologies that can receive funding from the EU Commission. They are the core technologies that will be financed in multiple environments, such as health, industry, energy, agriculture, and so on. We will present in which context your innovative technology can be funded in order to achieve the next levels and reach the market. Before we go further, allow me to give you a brief introduction of my company. Argentum specializes in EU research and innovation funding. The company was established in 1999, and since then, we have vast experience and expertise in obtaining governmental funding for innovative technology and research and development. We have 30 employees divided into 3 departments: strategy, which I am part of, business development, and the consulting and writing team. Our vision is to target innovative funding opportunities and to enhance participation and success in multinational research and innovation projects. In order to do so, we need to be at the edge of the European Union policies and ambitions. Let's give you an overview of what is the long-term plan of the EU and how your innovations are means to reach their objectives. So, the European Commission presented a vision and avenues for Europe's digital transformation by 2030. They expect digital skills to grow among the population and businesses to achieve digital transformation using cloud, AI, big data. They see a digitalization of public services with citizens having total access to medical records and 80% of citizens using a digital ID. Europe needs secure and sustainable digital infrastructure, enabling smooth connectivity with 5G everywhere and improving computing capacities at quantum level. In addition, there is an objective to double the EU share in global production toward cutting-edge semiconductors and climate-neutral, highly secure edge nodes. Another main focus of the EU is on digital citizenship, to ensure that people are at the center, that we are protecting their rights, and they can enhance a fair online environment, safe from illegal and harmful content. Technology should be accessible to everyone to engage in a democratic process and support sustainability in the green transition. Citizens should have control over their own data. About sustainability, the EU has set the European Green Deal to overcome the challenges of climate change and environmental degradation. Every innovation that can contribute to healthy soil and biodiversity, affordable food, or longer-lasting products and recycling is in the scope of their priorities. Now that we understand the big picture, the vision of the EU, let's talk about one of their main programs, it's Horizon Europe. It's a 7-year European Union initiative, the successor of Horizon 2020 program. The budget for Horizon Europe, launched in 2021, is 95.5 billion euros. So Horizon Europe supports European partnerships with the EU and beyond the 27 member states, which include Ukraine, Armenia, Israel, Georgia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Serbia. From all these programs, we will focus on the different clusters of Pillar 2, Global Challenges and European Industrial Competitiveness, and on the flagship programs of the European Innovation Council of Pillar 3, Innovative Europe. Let's present a few calls for the most digital clusters. So Cluster 1 for health, Cluster 4 for industry, digital and space, Cluster 5 for climate and energy, Cluster 6 for bioeconomy and agriculture. So let's start with Cluster 1. The health sector is one of the most promising environments for the development of new processes and new technologies. A major objective of Horizon Europe is to develop Europe's new generation of medicines and health technologies by using data. New technologies can be developed at each stage of the process, from data collection to data stockage, data exploitation, ensuring data compliance, interoperability. Technology providers can join projects and develop their technology, their platform and innovation to design virtual twins for the body. An example is Dassault System, that is currently working on a virtual twin of the human heart to help surgeons at the operating table. Another added value to a consortium can be an AI that will extract, summarize research papers for healthcare professionals so they can keep track of innovations in the sector. These are just a few examples of what projects could receive fundings for. You can find on the screen 2 call opportunities that point at real-time data analysis as well as personalized disease management. So the first call, harnessing the potential of real data analysis and secure point-of-care computing for the benefit of person-centered health and care delivery. The outcome should be for healthcare professionals to benefit from secure, highly performant point-of-care computing technologies and devices able to process and analyze vast amounts of real data at the point of care, combined with extended reality and visualization techniques to enable continuous monitoring and have fast or real-time health status checks in clinical settings and workflows. Patients and clinicians benefit from wider access to real-time diagnosis, screening, monitoring, and treatments using these novel imaging or robotic systems, devices that are seamlessly integrated in care environments and workflows. The second call, this time integrated multi-scale computational models of patient pathophysiology for personalized disease management. So this call is for the healthcare professionals to benefit from enhanced knowledge of complex diseases onset and progression by recourse to validated multi-scale and multi-organ models. So the clinicians and patients will benefit from new, improved personalized diagnostics, medicinal products, devices, and therapeutic strategies tailored to individual patient pathophysiology. Virtual twinning models are very appreciated in this field, as well as everything related to screening, mapping, understanding better the situation of the patient in order to diagnose and then treat them correctly. Cluster 4. This is the cluster reputed to be the most oriented on new technologies, and it's enhancing technologies in the frame of industry developments, space exploration, and various other verticals. The Horizon Europe program would be glad to finance projects that will develop trustworthy AI and improve the vision of human-centric technology. The idea behind is to contribute to having technologies helping humans in their tasks in multiple environments. A specific subtopic was promoted called AI, data, and robotics, where innovative SMEs and deep tech startups can deploy. Emerging technologies such as extended reality and metaverse will have specific calls to expand European knowledge on these trends and identify the legal, ethical, and societal challenges. This is a direct response to US interests towards these hot topics. The three calls I present here are AI-driven autonomous calls, smart IoT platform, edge computing, and IoT. So for the first call, autonomy of the robots, yes. So that's, they want to address some long-term challenges. So to improve the autonomy and of behavior and energy, that includes frugality in terms of energy, lower environmental footprint, using new materials or designed to be recycled or easily repaired for in dynamic environments. So that's for the robots. Also to develop risk adverse systems, and even if there are low levels of communications, they want also mechanisms for advanced human interaction with systems capable of long-term autonomy, and the development of collective autonomy using multiple collaborative robots. The second call will target the outcomes to have implementations of edge paradigm in real environments, leading to matured and customized IoT and next generation edge computing technologies for adoption in key applications and sectors. The aim is to pave the way to strategic industrial cooperation in data processing. It will require to support future hyper-distributed applications by building open platforms, agreement on common architectures and standards. The third call, here it's about IoT and photonics, and it will address following areas of activities: the co-integration of photonics and microelectronics, and and to the co-integration of multiple photonic IC material systems or components to address new wavelengths and sensor functions or new computing paradigm. For cluster 4, we have a second slide. Here it's about, here I have selected for you one of metaverse, because for the first one, supporting the emergence of an open human-centric metaverse, Europe aims to co-shape and promote an open, decentralized, trustworthy European and global metaverse in line with the vision of human-centric technology set out in the European Declaration on Digital Principles and Rights. The idea is to build a virtual world where citizens will have the right to talk, to say their opinion, to exercise their rights. The second call here, it's about extending reality. So it's very technology oriented. It's targeting the next generation of XR devices and applications, which are human-centered. It provides intuitive and realistic user experiences by exploiting cross-fertilization between technologies such as 5G, 6G, IoT, data, AI, edge, and cloud computing. So here it's more oriented technology and less about field of application. Cluster 5 around energy, climate, mobility. The major challenges are climate neutrality, zero emission building, battery efficiency, and recycling. So unlike cluster 4, here we are targeting the climate protection and new ways to produce energy. All technological means that would achieve this end are welcome. So a few examples. First of all, we have creation of standardized and open source peer-to-peer energy sharing platform and architecture for the energy sector. So the first call can include blockchain developments. The expected outcomes is to develop an independent EU-validated flexibility and peer-to-peer trading solution for consumers willing to engage in such operations. So it can include some distributed energy resources such as solar panels, batteries, electric vehicles, heat pumps, within the electricity network. So the objective is to ensure policies of operations, integrations, and usage of blockchain technologies for sharing the data between the different stakeholders. The second call includes IoT developments, improved transport infrastructure performance, innovative digital tools and solutions to monitor and improve the management and operation of transport infrastructure. So the objective is to increase multimodality with the use of IoT, edge computing, decentralized AI, or other digital tools in view of its potential to facilitate real-time decision-making, to improve safety, and to save energy. To develop these solutions, it will contribute to self-monitoring, self-reporting, and non-intrusive inspection and testing methods. It should lead to advanced predictive modeling and structural safety assessment. Last cluster about agriculture and bioeconomy. So with the perspective of new technologies, so an example of such collaboration, not in the, that could be in the frame of Horizon Europe, but because it's not a European, it wasn't in Horizon Europe, but something that IBM has developed is the blockchain for retailers in the food industry. That's a track and trace program that uses the blockchain to ensure traceability, transparency, and food safety. So these kind of projects are highly relevant for Horizon Europe. Here's the first call. So about using automatic species recognition and AI to fight illegal fish discards and will revolutionize fisheries control. So yes, species recognition. Of course, you can use Vision AI. And the projects should contribute to develop effective methods, tools, systems to analyze remotely or to test, to do rapid DNA-based assays and sensor data monitoring in real time. It would enhance the integration of results into the reporting systems used by fishers to report catches to competent authorities. The second call, digital technologies supporting plant health early detection, territory surveillance, and phytosanitary measures. So the project should develop and test early detection strategies by exploiting digital technologies such as networks of sensors and remote sensing to improve the surveillance efforts and the delimitation of affected areas by regulated pests, allowing a regular and rapid monitoring of large areas that might be difficult to reach. So we've done a bit the round of Horizon Europe about new technologies. Our proposition in Argentum is to help you navigate the complexity of the submission process, in addition to the many details and guidelines that every funding opportunity entails. We have developed a unique method to increase our clients' access to funding while minimizing their efforts. This is called our multi-submission strategy, which means that we target multiple calls from multiple funding sources to optimize our chances to be funded and to create a rational strategy of non-dilutive funding for the applicant. These grants and tenders can be considered as a source of revenue. They are usually competitive and demanding in terms of eligibility criteria, specific requirements, and so on. The next funding opportunity I'd like to share with you is about Connecting Europe Facility. It's a program under Horizon Europe, highly focused on digital. They support and catalyze investments in digital connectivity infrastructures of a common European interest. The budget of the program is 90 million euros. And among other missions, the main objectives of CEF are to contribute to development of safe, secure, and sustainability infrastructure, including gigabyte and 5G networks. Increased capacity and resilience of digital backbone infrastructures. Also, last point, the digitalization of transport and energy networks. Now, let's go to ESA, European Space Agency. It is the Europe's gateway to space. Its mission is to shape the development of Europe's space capability and ensure that investment in space continues to deliver benefits to the citizens of Europe and the world. It is important to understand that ESA's objective is to promote space assets and that it is open for business application, meaning that you can apply for ESA funding under two conditions. The first situation is that your technology will contribute to the space industry. So let's say ESA has different assets, Galileo for the localization. So let's say that your technology can improve the precision of Galileo. So this is one possibility. The other possibility is that your technology can significantly be leveraged through the usage of space assets or space technologies. So if your company, for example, is operating in the field of agriculture and would be very interested to use the data from satellite, and it would impact your business significantly. This is also an interesting funding direction for you. The budget is up to 2 million euros. And yes, it's a process pretty heavy, but we are used in Argentum to do so. ISA provides funding through different tracks, multiple verticals, so it can be smart health, ocean conservation, etc. I want to update you about a webinar that will happen only about ISA's opportunities on the 8th of February. We will describe relevant calls. You are welcome to join us. Another funding direction would be the EIC, EIC Pathfinder, EIC Accelerator. So they are very competitive. That's also the highest funding opportunity for SMEs, for small companies. But EIC Pathfinder is open to all types of organizations. They have both open tracks and challenges. EIC Pathfinder will be targeting projects that are at very early stage, research oriented, and it will be covered by totally covered 100% of funding rate. For the open path, it's up to 3 million euros. For the challenge-driven path, it's up to 4 million euros. It will require to have a consortium of partners, usually 3 to 4 partners. So it's a very nice funding opportunity for breakthrough technologies, high risk, high gain potential. EIC Accelerator, on the other hand, it's for single SMEs. The submission has 3 stages, and the funding is up to 2.5 million euros in grants that will represent 70% of the funding rate, and also up to 15 million euros in equity investment. It will promote your technology at a more advanced level. So in the 2 years of the program, by the end of the program, you should be able to reach the market. From a strategic point of view, our work can be summarized as follows. As a client at Argentum, we ensure you a personalized service with regular meetings throughout the year. We'll first set a kickoff meeting in order to discover the assets and develop projects for your company. With all this information, our consultants will suggest to you the open calls that you can target throughout the year, according to your priorities and timelines. Once you have decided which calls you want to apply for, we will set a schedule together for the year to come, and will transfer you to our professional team who will support you on the proposal preparation. We will need your responsiveness in order to receive all the material needed and to submit on time. This process is in constant evolution, growing with your projects and your developments, and also regarding the launch of new promising calls. Our role here is to guide you throughout the submission process and maximize your chances of obtaining funding. I hope that this webinar was interesting for you, that it helped you get some inspiration for your next funding applications. Later on, our marketing meeting will send you a follow-up email. You are welcome to book a call via the link that will